Chastity's smile broadened. Don't get me wrong, though, I like that you appreciate my body. It takes a lot of work to maintain this figure sometimes. Jack chuckled. Maybe this all-expenses-paid vacation to the past will yield new secrets to the fountain of youth. Chastity giggled a bit and looked over Jack's good-humored expression. She noted his eyes and their hazel color, his dark hair cut somewhat short, decently cropped on the back and sides while the top had a little more length and free rein, and a dozen more minute details. Kismet, maybe? It was possible, and Chastity certainly wasn't opposed to it, even though Jack wasn't part of any of the higher-up social cliques at school. So what? She'd only be part of that stuff for another year and a half, anyway, and then college. Fountain of youth indeed, she murmured. Jack let out a breath. So, how long do you want to stay up here? He asked. Why, are you bored? Chastity asked with a slight smirk. Partially, he answered. But also I'm more concerned with them finding that they left a door unlocked. Even though they might bring us up here to test stuff, maybe it's best if they don't know that we know about this particular room. Chastity shrugged. I guess that makes sense. That and I feel like poking around this place a little more, Jack said. You game? Not tonight, maybe tomorrow, she said as Jack stood up. He offered her a hand and helped her to her feet after she had reluctantly set the teddy bear aside. Thanks. You're welcome, Jack said, and together they left the room. Chastity paused and looked around the dark hallway. What's the matter? Chastity shook her head. Nothing, she said, but didn't start walking. She breathed out, scrutinized a far wall, and then after a few moments started walking again. What was that all about? Jack asked, rather confused. Oh, nothing, Chastity said innocently. Okay then, Jack said, still confused, and started heading back towards the stairwell while Chastity privately luxuriated in her dampened diaper. A few minutes later they were back in the lit hallways of the lively part of the building, if it could be called that. Chastity wanted to see what was on TV, so they headed to the entertainment room where she made herself comfortable in a recliner while Jack perused the book selection. Geez, not a lot of good titles here. Ooh, Jurassic Park. Found something you like? Chastity asked. Yeah, there's a couple of good books here. Sweet, The Hunt for Red October, total must-have. Chastity shook her head while she flipped channels. She felt extremely naughty for having wet her diaper like that, and considered the whole thing to be really funny. She wondered what Jack would think. Hey, I have a random question, Chastity piped up, having not found anything decent to watch on TV. It was a Sunday night, after all, and there wasn't much that she found interesting to watch on a Sunday night. What's that? What should I call you, John or Jack? Chastity asked. I mean, I know Mr. Holmes calls you Jack, but some people call you John. Jack, please. He winked at her. My friends and a few others know me as Jack, everyone else as John. Do you have a nickname? She made a face at him. No. Maybe I'll think of one while we're here. She smirked. This should be good. Jack adopted a thoughtful expression. Chastity's eyes widened a bit. Trying to think of it now, are you? Sure, why not? Jack stroked his chin. Baby cakes. Chastity mock glowered at him. Try again. Baby doll. No.